Hey everyone, it's Beth here with another take and make project for you. So Jenny has been hard at work finding all kinds of cool take and make things for us to do here at home. Since we're not able to all be together at the library at either location and do our fun maker classes that Jenny had been doing for us, she has wanted us to keep the ball rolling. So she's come up with some really great ideas for a very diverse set of crafts. We've done all kinds of stuff. And admittedly, sometimes it's kind of hard for me. This week almost broke me. I'm pretty sure macrame is my kryptonite. Who knew that knots in string could really throw you for a loop? But it did. And I think it's because I was overthinking it. Usually, if I just go for it, I don't have as much trouble, but I struggled a little bit. So I'm just going to tell you it's not that serious. Nothing has to be perfect. We've got this, right? So let's get our bird feeder thing going. Now, when I opened up my bag of goodies, I had a huge long piece of string, a little baggie, quite a large baggie actually, but a nice baggie of bird seed, and then this little terracotta basin that you would put under a terracotta pot. So the very first thing I am going to do is I'm going to straighten out my string. I just kind of want to run over it and make sure I don't have anything tied in knots. And because, knots are an issue for me. Remember, it almost broke me. Okay, so I have it, the cut ends here, and the loop end is here. And I'm just gonna put those together so they're pretty even and straighten the rest out. It's really just all about making sure I don't have any knots. So I went from folding my one piece of string over to make two, joined those together. Now I have essentially 4 equal pieces of string if we were to cut the ends, and I'm going to join those together. Now I have 8 equal pieces of string. Now this end that's cut, we're just going to set this guy down and ignore him. We're just going to work on the looped end, and I'm going to pull those to make sure they're all the same. I'm going to tilt my camera down just a little bit. There we go. So I can work on the table. So this is the cut end, remember, with my cut pieces of string. I'm going to ignore that for a minute. And I'm going to lay this down, the loop end, and I'm just going to go like 3 to 4-ish, probably closer to 4-ish inches down and tie it off. Here we go. Now I will have a loop that I can use to hang it on a branch or anything that I might have outside. You know what I really like to use is I have a couple of those little arms, those metal arms you can attach like to your house or to your garage or even a fence, and then you hang a potted or a hanging basket, potted plant or a hanging basket. So I would use that here for sure. Okay, so on to the rest. So now we have our strands. And I'm just going to come down here and I am going to grab a pair of shears. I have sewing shears, so I just kind of keep those on hand. Kitchen shears, kid scissors, doesn't matter. Let's give that a cut. Okay. Now we're going to lay these out and we're going to pair them up into pairs of 2. And after I get this smoothed out, I'll show you. Move some of my stuff back. So we have this pair of 2, this pair of 2, and this pair of 2. With my first set, I'm going to come down 3, 4-ish inches. Nothing's ever 100% exact, but I'm going to tie that off. And then I'll try to make all of these about the same distance from this knot. So from here to here on each piece, I'm going to do the best I can because, we just kind of eyeball things, work with what we have, and figure it out. Admittedly, I am not above undoing a knot and retying it if it looks like crazy off. But these are turning out so not so bad so far. So let's just stick with it. And yep, I tie them different each one because again, macrame, kryptonite, but I'm doing it. And you can too. I figure if I can do this, anyone can. So this is a good example of how I started to knot it and it was too low. Now I'm just scooching it back up my string. So there's still, yeah, it's a little longer than the others. I'm not sure if you can 100% see that, but it's not bad. So on with the next one. Okay, now this is the part which kind of blew my mind a little bit. And I think it's because it was written. And sometimes, even though I'm a reader, oh my gosh, I'm talking about the library. Even though I'm a reader, the written word just did not translate. So I had to really think about this. So I have all these strands now. And this is the juncture that kind of confused me, but I got it. Now you're going to take this string and this string. So you're going to tie. We have these bundled in twos. And now you want to put them all together. And I'm only going to go down maybe 2 inches. I'm going to do a little narrower because I want to make sure that my my little basin, my terracotta basin, will fit in there. But I also don't want it to be too big because, see, look, and I made a knot. Because I want it to be sturdy. I want it to fit in there and not have a lot of give. So I'm kind of glad that this is messing up in front of you so you can see it could happen to anyone. So if yours doesn't go fantastically, don't worry about it. You just undo the knot like I just did and tie it back together. Okay, so I have this knot here, maybe not quite 2 inches that we had talked about. Let's see, there it is. So it's a little ways away, but that's okay. So we're going to just take the next 2 strands right here, and I want them again to be about the same. So I'm going to try really hard to do this right. It's a wonder I can tie my shoes, you guys. I tell you what. Why am I so bad at this? It's actually very comical to me that this has been such a chore for me. It's funny. All right, next one. Ooh, we're making progress. So here we go. I've tied these together, pulling them in the middle. This one's a little lower, as you can see. So it's just low enough that I feel like I'm not happy with it. Come back up. Loosen this knot. Pull it up a little bit. So it's a little better. The last is we take these 2 on the outside and we do the same darn thing. We tie that off in a knot. And again, too tight, too low, too so much, but not anything that I need. And bring that knot up here. There. So it looks kind of like a hot mess, right? See it? All the little knots. That's where our little reservoir here is going to sit. I know it's hard to imagine, but it is. It's going to sit there. First, though, what I need to do is take the rest of these. I'm going to together, and then I'm going to tie another knot off just a couple inches below. Do you love how I'm measuring everything? It's just so precise. Hey, life isn't precise. We can't be too bothered with all that stuff. I don't have to go down very far because our tray is kind of shallow here. Oopsie, finger stuck in there. I'm going to redo this. See, I'm making all the mistakes for you. So let's start fresh. I'm going to put a knot right about here. Here's my other little series of knots. I'm going to come here. Twist that in. Bring it down like so. So you see here are all my little knots bunched together. And here's where I want to put the one that'll hold my tray. I'm going to tighten that up. Let's give us a little room. I don't know if we need to see my face, but okay, here we are. Let's slide this in here. Set it back down. Because I think hanging breakable things is probably not the best idea for me tonight. And I'm just going to try and slide these around so they're all supporting it. I feel like I have something tangled up here. All right, now I think I've done it the right way. Created a little basin and held on to it. And now you have your sweet little bird feeder to go hang in your yard. If there's a different way you would like to do this, there are all kinds of ideas on YouTube or Pinterest, how you can start off and attach like a hook or something. But I really like the simple ingredients and parts of this project. You don't need a lot of stuff to make something that's really, I think, kind of impressive. I mean, not my knot work, obviously, because I'm just not that fantastic at it, but I do really like this. It's pretty durable. I made one yesterday to try it. I stuck it outside. I've had birds coming to it. It's really rewarding. And it's a simple, fun, quick, for some people, easy thing to do. But all in all, it wasn't terrible. I just had to get out of my own way. And you know what? Yeah, I probably could have made another one, right? I could have done another one. So everything was perfect. And you saw it and everything was perfect. And then when you make it and you make knots and you get things tangled up, you think, why didn't mine work like that? Well, guess what? Real life is messy. Not everything's perfect. And we know my knots aren't. But yeah, I was able to do this. So can you? Jenny did it, probably no problem. Hands it off to me and I'm like, oh, all thumbs. But that's okay, because you know what? I tried something new and I had a lot of fun doing this. I can't wait to go hang this out outside. I'm super excited. Now, our next project is going to be magnetic bookmark kits. They're really easy to do and they're very quick. So they'd make a great gift or stocking stuffer. Or if you're like me and you tend to have books half read here, there, at the office, in the car, on the nightstand. Oh, this one is nonfiction, so I'm just thumbing through it. Great way to keep your place in all the books you might be reading at any one time. So you can start coming in as of tomorrow to get those bookmark kits. And as I say coming in, I actually mean through curbside. We are offering curbside at both locations, Monday through Friday from 10 till 6. You just give us a call and say, hey, I'd like some of those bird feeder kits if you have any left. And hey, I would like a magnetic bookmark kit, or grab and goes if you have little people. But Saturdays, you have a couple options. The Helen Warner branch, we do curbside from 10 till 12 on Saturday, and from 10 till 4 at the main location downtown at Willard Library. So lots of opportunities to get in and see us. And if you've gone macrame crazy and you just can't help yourself, you've decided this is your new passion in life, get online and put some things on hold through our website, you can give us a call. Or if we open up to the public soon and you can wander in the buildings, check out the 700s at Willard or the hobby section at the branch. We always have great ideas for things to do. Thanks so much for spending this time with me today. Thank you, Jenny, for giving us a great, cool, seemingly easy, a little difficult for me, but a very rewarding little project to do at home. I hope you guys have a great night and that you have an even better tomorrow. We will see you soon with our next Take and Make. Bye-bye.